everybody, and welcome to Pretty Little Liars, the after show here on the Stream.TV Fan Show Network. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries, and I'm joined by my pretty little talkers. I got Mova over here.
What's up?
Megan.
Hey, guys.
And Stephanie.
Hi, guys.
Her name's Ashley, by the way. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I
Would
feel
you
like
just
it's interchangeable.
everybody knows.
My last name is Mova. It's like interchangeable.
It's cute.
Yeah, meow meow Mova.
We call her
Yeah.
Mova.
My last name's like de Vries. You can't call me by that. It just doesn't work the same way.
Also, how many other Sineads are there?
That's true. That's very true.
Right.
Anyways, enough about us. Let's talk about Pretty Little Liars, you guys. Tonight's episode, not gonna lie, was a little bit slow.
Yeah, we used to have those all the time. All the time, though.
all the time.
All of the times we have these slow episodes.
Megan had a glass of wine before tonight's episode.
Glass, I'm sure.
We all four shared one bottle of red wine. How much is that a person?
Oh, did we
lot.
drink that whole damn thing?
I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
can't talk. You guys just take
But there were some highlights in the episode.
There was still
But there were some highlights.
Actually,
in
I
the
want
episode.
mine too. Here we go.
Guys,
Let's get the party started.
We had to get the party started because tonight's
Because this
episode of
episode's
Pretty
a little
Little
slow.
Liars was a little slow. So we got
Freeform.
halfway through and we're like,
Freeform.
what is going on in this episode? Let's just get to what we know happened for sure because there's a lot of confusion. But I think huge in this episode was the development of all of these crazy relationships.
Why are you so excited?
I'm excited because
hate
I
all
think
of
I
them.
disagree with all of you about something about this relationship, these two relationships.
Okay, what?
What is it?
Like, okay, do we have anything to say about them, or should I just?
No,
dive
go
right in?
ahead. I mean, I have so much to say.
I
but
feel like we're all not anti, like we're into these two new relationships, and I'm talking about I'm talking about Caleb and Spencer.
Barf. Go on.
Yeah, but then, actually, 3 new relationships. Okay, Caleb and Spencer I'm into, and I know some of us are into it, but some of us are anti that because we think it's against girl code and bro code, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay,
Totally.
do we all agree? Because
No.
I disagree.
Yes. I disagree.
That's what I'm going to say.
I disagree.
You guys.
Okay, I
I'm on
disagree
your
too.
page.
Here's the thing. Let's pretend this is real life because in PLL we do pretend that this is real life. Okay?
Okay.
Hannah is engaged to a new guy.
Yeah. Yes,
Toby
preach.
is just about to be engaged to a new girl.
Yeah.
If you are in a relationship with someone and you break up, you just expect to own that person for the rest of your life? No one else can date them?
And
like,
there was
no.
a time jump. It's been 5
years.
I will say
5
that the
years.
fact that they keep giving each other like reassurance that it's fine, like Hannah is like, oh no, it's fine, you're right, it's fine, and Caleb and Toby are like, yeah, no, it's fine. Like, I understand because if you're gonna tell somebody it's fine, then yeah, like that person shouldn't hold back on what like a love or a potential love because they've already gotten permission from their best friends.
They're
and I get
awkward.
it.
I get it.
They're
The only
lying.
thing that it is the awkwardness. That's what I feel.
No, they're lying. Hannah's just
They're
saying that because she
lying.
feels pressured
Right.
to do that. If that was, they were best friends. It's not like
Right.
just like a casual acquaintance. Those girls were best friends. So it's different if like maybe, oh, we were casual friends, but like there's so many fish in the sea, so many. And you
I
were
know,
in like Berlin or whatever the
Okay,
hell
question,
you were.
question. You have a best friend in high school. You both go away for 5 years.
I'm trying to imagine her. I forget who she is.
Okay, your best friend,
go.
your BFF.
High school was so long.
You date someone in high school, then you break it off, you both go your separate ways for 5 years. You come back together and you realize your best friend is with your ex. Would you care?
But I think that these are their first loves. And I think that no matter how old you are,
Marva,
your
you
first
didn't
love,
answer the question.
Your first love will carry on with you no matter what.
First of all, what are with these accents? Second of all, the only reason I agree with Mova is because you're right. They are lying, 100%. There's a reason why Hannah hasn't set a wedding date, 100%.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why Spencer deleted that text, because even though her excuse, which I said backstage, I was like, that was a great excuse.
Yeah, it was on
Like,
point.
I wanted to keep it fresh and clean and like uncomplicated. No, you wouldn't delete something if you had nothing to hide. You have feelings, it's fine, we get it. It's Spencer and Toby, obviously. And what's crazy to me, like, I approve more of Caleb and Spencer than I do of Toby and this new chick.
Oh my God,
Ew.
the new girl is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like her attitude reminds me so much of Hannah's stepsister. Like she
Yes.
just seems like a know-it-all, and like, oh, I've been looking forward to meeting you, Spencer. Why?
Well, she's a Spencer
faking it.
clone, you guys. She's a preppy girl who's literally doing the exact same thing that Spencer's doing. It's like, way to move on because you kind of are dating the same exact person that you broke up with. Like,
I
And I
don't
think
know.
if they really
Volume,
wanted
though.
her to be like likable in PLL, they would make her likable. I think we're supposed to think that she's fishy.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
I
supposed
think
to
that for sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something going on. I don't trust her. I don't trust her.
I don't either.
yeah, I don't like her only because she's new, pretty much. I'm
glad we all agree.
But I do like Spencer and Caleb. Like, even in the car, I liked those moments that they had together. And I love when she was like, well, just promise me that I'll always get the first cup of coffee. And I need to not drink wine before
I know. I can't talk
But
either.
seriously, you guys, if Spencer was a real life friend, you better believe that if she was friends with us, we would all talk so much behind her back about
Yeah.
how she goes after
Yeah.
everyone's significant others.
But it's not everyone. It's one guy
Her
that she
sister
fell in
and
love
her
And her
best
sister.
friend.
Okay, well,
That's the only
only
thing.
two.
That's the only thing.
No. There was Ian, Ren, right? We're talking about
Yeah.
Spencer?
Yeah.
Ian, Ren,
Oh,
and
yeah.
now Caleb.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's,
It's like,
that's the
girl
only thing. It's like,
has
this
a
is a
problem.
trend for Spencer. This is
Alright.
like her thing.
I mean,
If
obviously
you're-
Spencer's a slooter and a comb wrecker, but
if your thing is sloppy seconds, even though none of those boys were sloppy in my opinion, but if your thing is sloppy seconds,
Especially
like
Ren.
it's pathetic.
I miss Ren.
That was a
Ren.
little
Ren
harsh.
has to come back. I mean, we made such an uproar about him
Yeah.
last season.
I really don't think he's coming back.
Really,
to
like
this.
at all.
I miss his sexy face.
Nah, I'm over Ren.
He's so
I would like
hot.
to see him just make a cameo appearance. He
I've
doesn't
had
need
enough-
to be the new like emoji. He could just be
yeah,
there.
well, I'm over him, and I've had enough British accents to last me for the rest of my life.
And
let's be real.
Australian accent.
Yeah.
But Jordan,
But he's
he'll never
so
get
fun.
on.
Speaking of
Yeah.
accents, let's talk about Jordan a little bit. That is a relationship that is like relationship goals. He is
Yeah.
so perfect.
But it's too good to be true,
Oh,
guys.
absolutely.
Yeah,
No, he seems so sweet.
Him and Bachelor Ben.
Oh, Bachelor Ben, I get
Bachelor
it.
Ben, they're just too
Bachelor
perfect.
Ben.
They don't exist in real life.
I feel horrible for Jordan because I think that his intentions and his role in Pretty Little Liars is 100% sincere.
You do.
I 100% think
Yeah,
that.
he doesn't really
but
seem weird.
he is going to get his heart broken. Mark
Completely.
my words.
Completely.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Hannah is not going to marry him.
Because Hannah's going to go back with Caleb? Is that
There's a
what
reason.
we're getting at?
There is a reason why Hannah hasn't set a wedding date, you guys.
'Cause of
That-
Caleb.
Yeah, well, I mean, totally.
Or 'cause
They
she's
might
just
not
not.
be that apparent right now, but they're not going to get married. I guarantee
Yeah.
you they're not going to get married.
I think even if it's not for Caleb, her feeling these emotions make her realize maybe this isn't the guy for me. Because she seems like a little bit upset by it. And when you're getting married to someone, you want to be like, yes, this is it for sure. And I see some doubt in Hannah's eyes. So maybe she's realizing it.
Yeah. Let's talk about one of the bigger things in this episode, and something that's definitely going to come up next week, we know now, is Byron Montgomery. And
my God.
Yeah.
this is crazy to me because Byron's introduced very quickly. Aria and her friends see him in the hotel. That's like really nothing. There's not much to it. But we always know that there's always a little bit of sketchiness around Byron, right? We've known that for
He
6
cheats on
years
his
now.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crazy thing to
sketchy.
me is that we're led to believe that Ezra seems to think that Byron is guilty of something. We don't know exactly what, but Byron says, we need to talk about what you think you saw. So Byron's saying, first of all, you're wrong. You didn't
Yeah.
see anything, and we need to talk about it because I'm worried that you clearly are going to go and say something that you shouldn't because you think you saw something that you didn't.
So this makes sense
Right?
because this is the reason why maybe Ezra wasn't telling the girls where he really went afterwards because he's probably
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I s-
totally.
Aria, I saw your dad, and that's
Right.
why he's being super sketchy
Okay, you
about
guys,
it.
this is really stretching, not the truth, but like really reaching for something. What if, stay with me here, Allison told Byron, I saw what you did that day with, cheating on your wife. Do this for me or I'm going to put you on blast.
That
You know
would
what I
be
mean?
pulling
I feel
from
like that's old
season
news.
1.
I feel like
I
that's
know
That
it's
is
old
the most
news, but, like,
far-fetched theory
I
I've
told
ever
you I
heard
was stretching.
in my life.
But there could be a connection there. There could be a connection there.
Sure,
Allison
sure there
did
could.
already like plan to blackmail him. Remember in the woods,
Yeah.
Allie met up with him,
And she's
that night.
MIA.
Yeah, where the
today.
hell is Allison?
Yeah.
She's in Pennsylvania.
Doing
Why?
what?
Did you guys miss that part?
I think
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, Allie's in Pennsylvania at Dr. Roland's
Oh,
farm.
that's
Or
right.
The Amish, the cheese, and
Yes.
The Amish?
So can we?
Yeah, the Amish cheese.
What?
Clearly, I was the only one watching the episode tonight, guys. I got you. I got
Somebody
you.
remember that.
I don't remember.
Wait, you
it.
guys,
I
this is the
don't.
thing though. Are the girls also on board thinking now it's Byron, or do they still think it's Ezra? Like, because I know they still want to creep into his place. Have they made up their mind who they think it is?
Well, now it seems like, Aria straight up says, I think my dad had something to do with Charlotte's murder. Like,
Right.
I think, and we have to remember, you guys, anytime that anybody accuses anybody of anything, they're actually innocent.
Right, it's not
Yeah.
Byron. Like,
Yeah.
let's
It's not
be real.
Byron, and
It's
it's
not
not
Byron.
Ezra.
I
and it's
honestly
not
think
Ezra.
you're
Yeah.
right, Megan. I think that Ezra saw Byron that night, and that's why he is being so sketchy about his whereabouts.
Right.
We thought maybe he was like at the cemetery doing something crazy. I don't believe that anymore. I 100% think that he saw Byron doing something that makes him look guilty. Byron obviously knows that Ezra saw, and Byron's like, oh shit, I need to cover
Yeah.
my ass because Ezra's gonna out me. And clearly, everybody has a reason to be nervous about something in this episode. Even the girls do too because of the whole footage thing. And now Mrs. Marin's involved. Like, clearly, none of these guys that we've seen so far, none of them are guilty of anything.
Wait, I just had a thought though. I get what you're saying. Ezra's
Except for
not
old man
guilty.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
No, I get.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
What was
that
that?
was a really
One of you guys sent us a tweet about Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh my god, that was the funniest thing I've
good.
ever seen. I retweeted it. But what if? Okay, I know Ezra's not guilty, but remember Aria went and found Ezra's golf clubs and saw the number 9 club and was like, okay,
Byron's.
what? No. And then she went to her dad's and 9 was
it was
missing.
missing, yeah.
What if the 9 that was missing is the one that Ezra has? Like, what if the number 9? Like, what if somehow Ezra got Byron's golf?
To replace his that was missing?
Yeah, or you know what I mean, or what? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like
Yeah, I
Ezra
get what
did
you're
it, so
saying.
he needed to cover his ass, so he went to Byron's and got the extra.
Well, I don't
one.
think like he purposely was like, oh, who has golf clubs? Let me get number 9. But I think somehow maybe because of the two of them saw each other that night.
Maybe.
It. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, can we
think.
another
No,
note?
okay, never
On
mind.
another note,
I
but on the
think I get
same
it.
note, what about Ella Montgomery? Like,
Yeah.
being on Charlotte's side.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
sorry,
super
disloyal
weird.
Well, I
mother.
think, like I said, I think the entire purpose of that flashback was to show why Aria believes that her dad is guilty.
Right.
Because her dad is like, there is, over my dead body will Charlotte be allowed to walk the
Yeah.
streets of Rosewood
Right.
and hurt Aria again.
But
so
also,
that's
like,
why.
over my dead body. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Ella
I know,
Montgomery,
right.
who almost murdered your daughter,
She's like, I
and
went
you're
to
gonna go visit
theater
her,
today.
and you
she
hope
might be released.
Yeah, you
Like,
hope she's
what
released. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me
I know,
right
yeah,
now?
that's a little. I definitely think that's just the writing and them trying to piece it together. It's definitely far fetched. You
Yeah.
know, no good parent would
No.
ever
Yeah, no.
want.
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm sure that like you could feel for this girl. Like I get it. Like we all felt for her, right? After everything we've seen, we were still like, well, maybe not you, but I felt for her a little bit. Speaking of moms, Mrs. Marin, you guys.
Oh my god, how hot is she?
She really
so
is.
She's so hot.
God, when I'm
Goals for sure.
Did you see where I was going with that?
right there, yeah.
totally.
Yeah, no, I hope to be that hot one day in life. But what I was going to say about Mrs. Marin is that she seemed so upset that Hanna had deleted that footage. And Hannah's like, well, can we just get the footage before somebody else finds it? Mrs. Marin, always meddling, always trying to fix her daughter's problems. Girl, you are in big trouble. This is going to bite you in the butt so hard, but she's got the footage. Thank God, honestly, thank God, because it looks much better now. Hannah's in the clear, as we see when they go to the police.
Right.
Right? They go to the precinct and her lawyer's like, well, you're free to go. The footage is missing. Is the footage going to remain missing, you guys?
No.
No.
She
No.
should burn it or ask
Yeah, she
Caleb
should burn
how
it.
to get rid of it.
Yeah, she should get rid of
Right?
it for
Yeah.
sure, but of
No, but
course they're not going to.
But yeah, she's not going to say anything to anyone. Even Hannah probably.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want
Yeah.
anyone to know.
Yeah.
Totally.
That-
Remember, does this remind anyone of the time that Mrs. Marin slept with
Yes.
the
Yes,
police?
that's exactly
yeah,
what I'm
she
saying.
is such a like
Yeah.
take responsibility for your child, okay? Like don't cover her ass all the time.
her.
Yeah.
Bad mothering.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, tries to fix Hannah's mistakes,
Yeah.
Hannah's troubles. Like, I mean, good mom, whatever. But you guys, this is why this episode was so slow, because it was a lot of plots were beginning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of doors were opening. Not a lot of closure anywhere in this episode. It's all like new suspects, new like relationships evolving further. It's just a lot right now, and I'm still trying to catch up.
Yeah. I just think it's so weird. This new emojis uniforms. I could deal with the black hoodie.
Super
I could deal
weird.
with the black hoodie. I could deal with the red coat, but these weird Halloween costumes.
And you said the thing about the texts too. They text, and with these emojis, it's like kind of hard to see
It is
what
really
they're
hard
You
to
guys,
writing.
I am not a quick reader,
No,
and I
slow
need
that
them to
shit down.
stay up on the screen for just a hair bit longer because I'm like, what did that say?
Yeah, it used to
Yeah.
definitely be easier when it had the white screen in the background so
Yeah.
that we could really clearly see it, but now it's a lot more difficult to read. There is something exciting though about A kind of just being around
Right.
and them not knowing, like, oh, that's A in the black hoodie. Like, A just walks among them without
It
them
is-
knowing.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the disguises.
Yeah, I don't
think
know
that
either, but-
it's so weird. Like,
It's very like James Bond. You know how in James Bond they can dress up to look like
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
It is so James Bond. And I'm
is.
sorry, but this old man grandpa in the window.
it's random though.
everywhere.
Like,
It's so random, but honestly, it's scary. It's scary. Like
Is
I was
it always
creeped
a
out by
grandpa, you
it.
think, or he has multiple masks?
No, I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gonna have multiple masks.
masks.
the only reason he was dressed like that was because he was at the Radley. So like that's
Right.
his hotel.
And we are
The
saying he, by
butler
the
thing.
way. Like, it could be
Only
very
because he
well
was a
be woman.
grandpa.
But is
Yeah.
no one really gonna notice how like clearly that was a mask? Like that. If I was at a hotel and someone was dressed like that, I'd be like, 911. Hello, arrest this
Creeper
man.
window stalking.
Yeah.
Wait, but you know that clue that they gave, and they gave some clue that said, you know, A said like I walk amongst you
Yeah.
and whatever. So does that mean A emoji walks amongst them masked, or amongst them because it's a person that we all know? Are we in the same
I know what you
situation
mean.
again where we don't know if we know them or
I
not?
think
Yeah,
It's
you're
masked.
right. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one because
Yeah.
you're right. A flat out said, "I am in plain sight.
Right.
I hide in plain sight." So, are they always in a disguise, or is it somebody that we know?
Right.
Just chilling.
Just
amongst them all?
chilling.
And A doesn't seem to know as much as A used to know, because now A is accusing them of doing this crime when they, or I'm under the impression that they legitimately didn't do it.
I just had a theory
Go on.
pop into my brain. You're gonna love it.
I love it already. Go on. I know where you're going with this already.
I think. You know how Allie's been missing for
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
hot second? What if she's mad that all the girls sort of turn against Charlotte? So in vengeance of Charlotte, she's now turned against the girls and like trying
Totally
to torture
would make
them,
sense.
being like,
Totally would make
you
sense.
shouldn't have thrown Charlotte under the bus.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're supposed
be
to
thrown under the bus.
suspect Allie as well, because Allie was the only one that really seemed very sure that one of the girls was involved. Like, she 100% believed that Aria was guilty.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what Allie said to Lorenzo. We still have no idea. When he was like, "Do you want to change your answer?" She was like, "Yes, I do." Like, he flat out asked her, "Do you think your friends are involved?" You said no. "Do you want to change your answer?" She said, "Yes, I do."
Yeah, so
but then
she's
we
against
don't
the
know
girls.
exactly what happened after that.
He said, "Go make me some soup and then tell me."
Sorry, I'm not even paying attention over
Imagine.
that. I'm trying to find all of your tweets. They're so great.
Another thing we can talk about is Sabrina. So we kind of thought that maybe Emily and Sabrina were going to be like this possible love connection. Sabrina's annoying to me, I think, a
She's
little bit.
so like, we get it, Sabrina. You're a stoner. We get it. Every
Yeah.
5 seconds, weed helps me deal with that. Anyone want some weed? Look,
Yeah.
guys, I just made weed brownies. Like, we get it, Sabrina.
Yeah.
You like the weed.
We don't know where this is
you
going
like
to
the
go.
smoke and the dope.
Oh my God, that was so great. That
No,
was
but
so
it's
great.
true. You're right. They're trying very hard to remind us of her drug problems. We don't know where this is gonna go. Like, obviously, Sabrina's pissed that Emily was distracting her so that Aria could get the keys to Ezra's place. We know now that she's also gonna put a lock on it. So is Sabrina going to tell Ezra what the girls were up to? Probably.
No,
Maybe.
no, because she's in love with Emily now, and so she's gonna be like all
But she's
loyal to
pissed at Emily. She's pissed. She said, "I thought you
Yeah.
really thought it was you were interested in what I was saying, and now I know it was all to help Ezra's."
Then maybe she will
ex-girlfriend."
actually. That's a good point. She probably will tell Ezra then, and then maybe we'll get to that scene where, oh wait, we already had that scene where
What
Ezra's like,
scene?
get out, out.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Although next week I think we're gonna see the scene where with Emily is.
I'm super
yeah.
excited
We
for
saw
that.
a lot of scenes in that promo for Sarah. I thought, are they trying to imply that Sarah's A?
Oh,
Why is she wearing this, like,
Matt, like
A
a
hoodie
like a-
situation?
Yeah, she's wearing a
what's that all
beanie.
about?
That's like all like they're trying to make it seem like she's guilty of something.
Right.
A
Probably
couple other
is.
things. Do we think that Toby's gonna propose to Yvonne?
no.
hope not.
No, I think she's bad. I
First
think
of all,
she's
who
sketchy.
like plays with the ring like that out in plain sight? He's like,
Yeah, right?
I don't.
Yeah, right? Like, she was there. Like, what if she could have walked up and seen it or
Yeah,
something?
and there's definitely significance.
Oh, God. We're a mess, you guys. We're a mess.
Help me. I'm done. There's definitely significance in the fact that Spencer looked for a ring and there wasn't one on her finger. I think that was to show us that like Toby's also
Waiting.
questioning and he's a little bit weary of whether or not he really wants to propose.
And she's still into it, or else she wouldn't look at her finger.
Absolutely. And then Toby is like, it was a lot easier to be friends when you lived across the country. First of all, rude. Rude.
Well, he's bitter because imagine your homeboy boning your girl.
We already went
you
over
imagine?
this. It's
I
been
know,
5 years.
I know, but
they're all
still,
engaged.
he's bitter.
But
It's
shit
just like
sailed.
old feelings and old memories being brought up, and everyone's just
Yeah,
being
no,
like,
totally get over it.
How
Get over
shocked were we that Caleb flat out was like, it's Spencer?
I know. I was like, relax.
No, but honestly, good
Wait,
for
wait.
him. Good for him for not. I mean, he was kind of beating around the bush a little bit in the beginning, but obviously Toby was like, for someone that's a straight shooter, you know, you're kind of beating around the bush. But the fact that he was just like, hey, look, it's Spencer, and that's. I mean, for once, people aren't telling lies. They're
Yeah.
just being
Yeah.
straightforward. So good on you, Caleb.
Remember when, because you were saying how Toby kept being like, when are you going to DC? When are you going to DC?
Yeah.
And then at the end, he literally was like, but you're going back to DC, right?
And I feel like that was a guy. See, I
Yeah,
kind of
that
thought
was
that he
weird.
was. Yeah, I kind of thought that he was asking that because it was like, my first thought, honestly, was that he was asking Spencer, like, whether or not she was staying there because he's thinking like,
I
is
don't
there
wanna fall in love with
any-
you again.
Yeah, or is there any chance that this could ever be something again? Like
Right.
you are going back, right? Like eventually, I'm gonna have to re-let you go.
Right.
You
Mhm.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, I think
but
so,
like
too.
the whole point of this episode, honestly, I think more than anything was to open this a little bit further now, just a little bit, but mainly was to explore these relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
really,
agree.
really feel like that
And the
is
whole
it.
thing with Byron, obviously.
Exactly. Just
was
to
huge.
open that a little bit because honestly, we know that Byron is innocent. I'm really curious to see what the hell he was doing that night and like you know what I'm saying?
I do love how the writers always bring him in though, because
Yeah.
even last, I want to say like last season, but the last 5 years, I only pulled one so
fine.
far. P.S. And like I forget we're on
It's
like
almost like you guys are right here with us.
yeah, but I love how they're always adding him into the story because I do think that he's a bigger part of the story. And someone tweeted, gosh, I can't remember the name, but maybe that Aria might have a brother or a twin or something.
Oh.
That's what Byron has to tell Aria about, like that he's so like I have to talk to you, Aria, you know. So there's speculation on Twitter going on about that, and so many theories already.
Did anybody, I think maybe you guys can help us because I might have missed this, but did someone on the show say like, yeah, maybe, Hannah was like, yeah, maybe he's sleeping with her about Byron being in the hotel.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't,
what?
Yeah. She was like,
remember
yeah,
that.
because they're boning
Yeah.
basically. And I was
Yeah.
like, wait, is Byron still cheating
Are we
on
just throwing
Ella?
around the word boning?
Oh, that's my.
No,
that's my
I don't
use.
think we're supposed to know what that referred to necessarily.
Yeah,
just
because I
yet.
thought that was a big deal.
Did she
and
say
no
that
one
in front
seemed
of Aria?
fazed.
Aria said that.
Aria
Oh,
said
did
it.
Aria? No, I thought Hannah
I
said it.
kind of remember it now. I
don't know
kinda
either.
Aria
remember
didn't
it
say
now.
that about
idea.
her
But
own
I mean,
dad.
in Byron's defense, that's what a dad should do. I know it sounds crazy, but like if someone treated me that way, you better believe my dad would go after them. Maybe not throw them off of a roof, granted, but my dad would want to go talk to them at the very least.
No, but what was the, I thought.
You don't think so? Like if Cece did what you
No. I just got so confused.
Don't hurt
because-
yourself. Megan.
it was like
I was like literally staring at you like, what the hell is she gonna say? Because you looked like you had the most ridiculous thought and then nothing came out of your
Because
mouth.
we had just gone from talking about Byron like sleeping with someone, and then Mova was like, "But if I were a dad, I would do the same thing."
No, that's not what I mean. Whoa, that is definitely not the same thing. If I were a dad, I'd be so committed.
It was just a weird,
Dad
it was a
should
weird
sleep
transition.
around. I mean, I get it. Your kids are out of the house. Time to go to to town, you know?
No, I definitely do not support that at all. That is not what I meant.
Oh, that's so funny. I got what you mean, though. I get what you mean. It just took me a second to
We had to catch
reprocess.
up to like the shift.
Yeah.
Yes. What else? What else before commercial break?
I mean, I think that's all. Like, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, like the sneak peek for next week. I'm really excited, I guess. We're going to see Emily screaming.
And we're going to see
Someone's kidnapping
Sarah
Emily.
Harvey talking to Allison as well, which is great
Yes.
because, one, we need Allison back 100% because she's been missing for 2 episodes now, and we kind of need to revisit her and see how she's feeling about the girls because I think that's going to help us decide whether or not we think that she might have something to do with this A thing. But you guys, come on.
Mona was also back in the promo.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was just gonna say I miss Mona because she was like there in the.
She had some like little like side French braid thing going on.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, tweet us using hashtag PLLAS, and we're going to try to get our shit together so we can answer some of your questions, okay? We will be right back.
Oh my god.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
Oh my God.
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like, how did you get here? No. Look at me, I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes. He is quite something.
And we're like, ooh, inseparable.
She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
I just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he just his
You know, you can't count anything out.
Look at you.
It's been another awesome night at the Stream.tv,
always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Hello. Okay, you guys, some really good questions. Let's get right to it. At Bale K. Niff, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, says, did you see Sarah in the promo talking to Allison? What do you think that's about? Honestly, at this point, I think if Allison's coming back, she has a lot of questions. She wants to know who killed Charlotte. And if she has any suspects, we know one is Aria, and with good reason, all the girls should suspect Sarah Harvey. I don't think Sarah's guilty of anything. I really don't, just because I feel like after 6 years of Pretty Little Liars, I've learned my lesson about thinking that people who are made to look guilty are actually innocent. But I definitely think that Sarah said something in the promo for next week that was, what did she say? She was like, I didn't always know her. Like, she said something like, I didn't get to know Charlotte that way, or something like that. And I feel like we're gonna get a completely different side of Sarah next week.
The Sarah side. Yeah.
And I honestly feel like she's gonna end up looking okay in all of this.
You think so?
Probably, because
I don't think there's any way I could
Yeah,
give
me neither.
love to
No,
Sarah
I
Harvey.
agree with Sinead. I think she's gonna look.
You think
Yeah,
so?
because they're making her look so shady, and then top it off with
She
a
is
beanie.
so
she's
shady.
bound to be
Yeah.
innocent.
But
she's gonna have, I guarantee you guys, she's gonna have a good excuse for a lot of her behavior that we've seen so far, and she's gonna end up looking good.
How can
but
you
she-
mark my words?
She was trying to blame Emily for the fact that she has to wear gloves because she
Yeah.
burned her damn hands.
She
because
totally-
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you are the one that put your hands there after
How
you
can
got
you
up.
think that all what you did was okay?
I don't think she was trying to
I don't-
blame her. I think she was.
She did. Oh,
I don't
she
think she was trying to
did.
blame her. I think she was saying more like, I know you feel guilty, just to try to get to her.
Yeah, that's true. But
she's
they
a
also, can we
bitch.
just say that they did say something about how Sarah can't eat chicken?
Yeah. She was like, she can't cut her own chicken.
Can't
But
cut her
I
own
honestly
chicken.
think that Sarah's meeting with Allie just because she's a follower and she's looking for someone new to follow, and that Allie's going to be her new boss.
Whoa, this is taking me back to like teen drama.
Yeah.
Teen
drama,
follower, who's the leader, who's
Yeah.
walking first in the pack.
Yeah, Sarah's a follower. Allie is a leader, and she's like a little minion. She
Yeah.
wants a little boss.
Yeah.
Okay, at Darkside91 says, yo, whoever it is going emoji crazy. I actually really like that you brought this up because that was a thought that I had while watching it, was it's just so funny that every text that we've
There's
seen
so
so
many
far
emojis.
Yeah,
has an emoji.
so
like,
many emojis.
that's such a play on where we're at right now in like social media and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But what do you guys honestly think? Let us know what you think about the way that Pretty Little Liars is editing all of this stuff. I noticed too when Spencer was reading the files for Yvonne and like certain words were popping out
Yeah.
and they had the background blurred. It's totally different than anything we've ever seen in the show before. And just from like it has nothing to do with the story, it doesn't affect the story. But honestly, you guys, what do you think? Like, what do you think?
I don't really like the new texting, only because I just mentioned, like, I am a really slow reader, and I think with the whites, with a lot going on in the background, it takes me a second, and I don't want to pause the TV, like, every time I want to read it. So that's a little bit hard. But other than that, I like that it's different. I like that we're
Yeah.
getting the edgier vibe.
I think
for
it fits
sure.
with the free-form thing that we're going through right now, too, with ABC Family, like, you know, trying to, like, you know, be current. It makes
edgy,
sense,
yeah.
but it is a little bit hard to read.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the thing that we were commenting on earlier in the show? And they said something about how like Snapchat's the new Twitter and this.
Yeah.
What was the new line? Because I want to know if we agree with that or not.
Periscope
It
was
was
the new
Twitter's the new
Snapchat.
Facebook.
Twitter is the new
Snapchat is the new
Facebook.
Twitter.
Yes.
And Periscope.
Snapchat's the new Twitter.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
And what's
yeah.
the Periscope?
Periscope is the new Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Also no.
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 Those are our
I don't know. I
votes.
don't know.
But maybe when they were filming it at the time, Periscope
Like
was
Yeah.
like
3
a new
months
thing,
ago?
so-
Yeah, Periscope
No.
had its moment.
I
It
like
had its
Periscope
moment.
more than like Snapchat. I can't get into Snapchat.
I
Really?
love Snapchat.
I
trying to
can't
get
get
into
into
Snapchat.
it.
I mean, I suck at Snapchatting people.
I don't
back, but I'm pretty
understand
good at
it.
snapping.
It's like your picture goes away. What if you really like the picture?
You can save it.
What?
By the way, you guys
guys-
all follow
Oh
us
my
on
God.
Snapchat.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you can save
You
your
can
own
save
Snapchat.
your
Steph
snap.
Kebab.
And you can make your own story, and it's
Okay,
kinda cool.
anyways, at the Kenny1311, by the way, I love you. You're so freaking sweet, and I adore you. Do you think the one texting them is different from whomever killed Charlotte? If so, who?
This is
yes,
a really
I
good
do.
question.
I do think that the person torturing them, the new emoji, is different than Charlotte's murderer.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, really?
I think it could be the same. That was the first time I thought about that,
This
though.
is interesting.
I
I
think
think
it's
the same
different
person.
because they're like, I know you girls killed her. I'm gonna piece it all together.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
definitely.
Oh,
so.
I
Okay.
think that emoji is trying to get justice for Charlotte, which is why we're led to believe that Allison is so guilty in all of this, is because out of everybody so far, the only one that we know is actually grieving over Charlotte's death is Allison.
Lol.
But also,
laugh at that.
we know now just by seeing Mrs. Montgomery that there are people that possibly felt for Charlotte. So there might be more people that were on her side and that might want, you know, some justice. Also, it could be any of the police officers too, because if you think about it, Lorenzo's like, we will find whoever killed this person and we're gonna get justice and all this stuff. Like there's a bunch of people that could want justice for.
If it was
for
Mrs.
Charlotte.
D and she wasn't really dead, I would love
That's
that.
what I said last week. I think that would be the most
Yeah,
epic
that
thing
would be
because
super
She's
scandalous.
so dead,
Mrs.
though,
D
you guys.
made
She's so
Allie.
dead.
Can we just?
so
Mrs. D made Allie bad. No, she was like the mastermind before evil Allie happened. So it would make total sense that she's the mastermind over everything.
The only reason why I say she's not dead is because
we
there
saw
was
the freaking hand.
No.
They
but there
sell
was-
those at the costume store.
There was that really emotional scene between Charlotte and she was like crying over Mrs. D and was like, "Don't leave me, Mom. Don't."
Yeah, and it was
Relax.
fake. That would be even more
Yeah.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Is
No,
that done?
no.
Are you done?
No, she's Mrs. D is dead. Mrs. D is dead.
Moral of the story,
She's
Mrs. D
alive.
is dead.
She's alive.
All right, a couple more things are just coming on my phone right now, and I just want to say it out loud. Jared McFadden, by the way, hi.
Yay, Jared
Wants a
McFadden.
shout out. You got a shout out, boo. We love you. Wants to also know, great question, by the way, what do you think Melissa is up to? Do you guys honestly kind of feel like her purpose in last week's episode was just to...
Yeah, make an appearance.
Yeah.
For sure.
And throw us
Which
for
makes
like a
me
little-
sad, Jared. It makes me sad because I really love Melissa's character. I feel like we've seen so much crazy stuff happen with her over the past few years that she always has a good story following her, but sadly I think that she's not going to be that relevant.
No, she won't be.
Which is why I think that Ren won't be that relevant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Also, shout out to Cammie at Lucy is my BB. Okay.
And Darren Chan wanted one too.
Yeah,
one of our
and
OGs.
at PLL Army MX, you guys are adorable. I said I'd give you guys a shout out tonight.
With the shirts.
With the shirts. You guys are
Very
really cute.
cute.
And Kelsey Walker keeps calling me drunk. I'm not. I swear
She's
to you
just
guys,
giddy.
I just had a really good day. We all had a really good day.
Yeah,
and,
it's an
and it's a
awesome
good day.
day.
So when you're with your friends and it's a good day, you want to laugh and share stuff. But I promise you, I'm not drunk. I have to drive Sinead home, so I better not be.
True that. At Tiago _N_Silva said, I think someone's getting married in 6/17, but who? Honestly, I think you're right. I do think that there is a wedding. I just don't know if anyone's actually going to say I do. But I do think
even if it's Allison?
Allie. Because then she's
I think
missing.
it's Alice. It's Allison. That's the wedding.
if there's a wedding, it's Allie. If there's any other wedding,
It's not happening.
And you know someone's gonna walk down with someone's gonna be escorting them, like Sarah Harvey or Jenna. Someone's gonna be like sitting.
Although I would love that. I think I would love if Hannah and Jordan actually made it to the altar, and then all of a sudden Hannah was like, I can't.
I need one of those moments.
Yeah.
this
That would
season.
be
I need
amazing.
They're
one of
gonna
those
do it,
moments.
and it's gonna be Caleb. It's gonna have to do with Caleb and
You
Spencer.
think?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Sasha's Harmony, thank you so much for tweeting this, just said, what Sarah said in the promo. Sarah said that she was there for Charlotte when nobody else was. That's what I meant to say. Thank you. That honestly is already like hinting that their relationship was more than what we saw. That's
Yeah.
why I think that Sarah might end up looking fine out of all of this, because if anything, she's gonna appeal to Allison by saying something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that would also mean that she's trying to avenge Charlotte's death, which would mean that
Possibly.
she's the new emoji.
And it could also
That would
mean
make
that
sense.
Allie and Sarah could have reason to work together
Yeah.
moving
Right.
forward.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Which is a very scary thought because
Yeah,
both
Minion.
of them are cray.
and kind of look alike. Maybe they're
Oh
also
my gosh,
related.
maybe they're related.
Everyone's
I
related.
would
Sarah
love
and
that
Allison?
too.
Maybe.
Yes.
You think?
I would kind of love that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Really
Yeah.
quick, just want to shout out Beat 3 Airspace on YouTube. I think you're getting some hate on YouTube right now. My mom is apparently like in the mix of it. You guys, be
Oh my
nice
God,
to each
so
other.
sweet.
Be nice to each
Yeah.
other, okay? Like, we all have our opinions and we all love the show. We're all a PLL army, so no hate, just all love, okay?
Yeah, I love
A
that.
couple more shout outs because we love you guys so much at LSYS619, at Lucy's Guacamole.
Oh, I love Lucy's Guacamole.
At Tabby Tarusiak, at Shamika_Walton. I have so many, you guys. At HCSTAIER. I have to spell that because I don't want to butcher it. At Allie40969, Caitlin Leanne, Camila, Cammie, I love you. At Sasha's Harmony, there you are. Tennis Girl, which is Lucy's Guacamole again. At The Real J How has been asking me to talk about the glasses on the old man because of Leslie's
Oh my
connection with
God,
the
right.
glasses.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
that. I don't
Remember
think that there's a
Leslie?
connection, but I love
where
that he
you're going.
brought
Yes,
Leslie back up because
yes.
that bitch was so crazy and she was literally one of my favorite people in all of Pretty Little
Yeah.
Liars because she gave me
happened to her?
life.
She was scared.
She gave me life.
No, wait, Declan, my homie.
Declan.
Declan. You know, we're thinking about
at
you.
Tess Liberto, at TV Afterthoughts. You guys seriously blowing us up. At World_PLLAS, as
Yes.
always.
Yes.
Thank
Town
you guys
of
so
Town-
much.
Towns of Rosewood,
Yeah.
of course.
Towns
I
of
always
Rosewood.
I love when I know it's Tuesday when my feed constantly says
I
20 plus. You guys
know.
are seriously
I know.
so
I
awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
Carlos Garcia, excuse me. Mega Bot Samara. You guys, thank you so much for tweeting us all day.
Yay.
We love you. Anything else? Anybody else?
Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. No, it was fun. I'm excited for next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Let us know what you guys think because obviously our minds are a little bit shaken tonight from tonight's episode. So let us know what you're looking forward to in next week's episode.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey Liars, for more Pretty Little Liars after show, hit that button and subscribe to the stream.tv.